This is the 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid Sport Touring. And in today's Vehicle Visionary video, I'm going to tell you what you get for a sticker price of $33,490. Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. I'm at Holmes Honda today. If you want to know more about this Civic, check out the link down in the description of the video. Here on the front end, we will find our full LED lighting, LED headlights and LED daytime running lights, in addition to the LED turn signal indicators. When it comes to the overall look of this Civic, I like the lack of gloss black here on the front end. While it looks nice, it does tend to show damage from little rock chips and things like that when you're driving down the road, more than you would with a matte finish, such as what we have on this model with the lower grille. Now, we do have the body colored spoiler right here on the front end, but that works. It looks nice. I think it's going to get the job done. You're going to have your Honda logo right there in the center of the upper grille, and there's one of the multiple sensors on and around this Civic. All Civics come standard with front-wheel drive. We're going to have the 18-inch alloy wheels in this case, and you'll find the manually folding. That's the only thing that's missing here. These are not power folding side view mirrors. Everything else is here. They're going to have the turn signal indicators built in. They're heated, they're power adjustable, and you'll have your blind spot monitoring built in right there. That's one of many safety features that are going to be here, including Honda Sensing. That's adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, road departure mitigation, and traffic jam assist. We'll find a conventional size sunroof up top. We'll get a better look at that from the inside shortly. Here is your remote lock, unlock, remote start, and we can hold the button right there. This is the panic button if we need to, if anybody starts to approach that you don't want approaching, or whatever the situation may be. It also has the walk-away feature with auto lock. LED taillights will finish things off here. Sport Touring logo, the Honda logo, and there is our Civic logo. Now, we'll also find the hybrid logo here. Here is your cargo space, 14.8 cubic feet to be exact. And to maximize that and give yourself the best opportunity possible for maximized cargo space, we pull on those two releases right there, and that allows us to come here and fold down the seat backs just like that. We can do both sides. Motivation to get this Civic Hybrid down the road comes from a combination of a 2-liter direct injection naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and dual electric motors. All of that together puts out 200 horsepower and 232 pounds-feet of torque, mated to an eCVT. Let's take a look at the MPG's, at least potential, according to the window sticker. We're looking at 50 city, 47 highway, 49 combined, and 2 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. If you're worried about somebody gaining access to your 12.4-gallon gas tank, when you lock the vehicle, the gas door is locked. So that's nice to know. Now that it's unlocked, everything is good. You can gain access to your gas tank to fill it up when you want to. One important note about those MPGs that I gave you earlier, those are potentials. Depends on a lot of different variables on whether or not you achieve those numbers. You could be above them, you might be below. It just depends on where you drive, how fast you drive, all those different things. If you're in a lot of stop and go situations, that's going to factor in. The same thing applies to the next numbers I'm going to give you. On a single tank of gas, you could potentially drive 620 miles in the city, and out on the highway, that number is 558 miles. The exterior color on this Civic is meteorite gray metallic, and it has a gray interior. For those of you that are not fans of a black interior, here is something that is a great option for you. Very clean look and a much lighter look too. Gonna have the armrest right here with some padding built in. It's comfortable. We also have the door bin right there that can hold a nice size bottle. And when we hop inside, here's your sunroof I was telling you about earlier. It will tilt and slide open. Now, you don't have any air conditioning vents or USB ports here in the rear seating area. There is a seat pocket on the passenger side seat, and we can fold down the armrest with the cup holders built in. On the passenger seat, you will find power adjustability. The only thing is missing as far as this goes is you can't raise and lower the height of the seat, and there is no lumbar support. And we'll go ahead and hop inside. Let everything come to life. Let you see what happens on the driver's display right there. And we'll just reach over here and hit the button to start everything up. Here is your upper console. You'll have the sunglass holder And if you have an emergency, there's what you use. There's the control for the power sunroof I was telling you about earlier that's going to open and close. You can tilt and slide that open. Some of the other features that are here. And we'll find our glove box right here. If you're looking for a wheel lock key, if you need to change a tire and you're able to get a new tire and you need to take the old one off, your wheel lock key is found in this bag. Nice to know about, just a little peace of mind where that is concerned. Over here on the driver's side door, we're going to have everything for managing our power adjustable side view mirrors, right side, left side, and then lock and unlock. You can lock all of the windows, one touch down and one touch up for your front windows, but you will have to hold the button down for your rear windows. The lever right here, when you drop that, you can adjust your tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. Everything for adaptive cruise control is located right here, and then you can adjust the radio right here. Stations that you're listening to or whatever it may be that you're listening to, you can adjust the volume. All of that's going to be here, voice commands, and you have a couple of different power flow meters. One is going to be right there on the driver's display. There's also one on the 9-inch center screen. And then we can use the scroll wheel right here. If we want to go through and make changes, we can customize the display. We can hide and show. You can do a couple of different things depending on what you want to do. You can adjust things, you can turn things on and off, go back to back right there and just push on the scroll wheel. That lets us go back to where we were, just so you can see a little bit of what's here as far as the different features go. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You can wirelessly pair your smartphone if you want to do that, and everything here that you need to manage so much of the vehicle. Now, down there on the bottom of the screen, you see the likeness of your Civic right there. When your headlights are on, you see the illumination. You can put your foot on the brake pedal and the brake lights come on. And for those of you that have turn signal experience and know how to use your blinkers, when you turn those on, it comes on down there too. Kind of a nifty little thing. Maybe you can watch a turn signal tutorial video if you're not sure about what I'm talking about. Some of you are and some of you aren't, because I've driven around you. There's everything for managing your windshield wipers and your headlights and tail lights right here. You can just set that to auto and then you don't have to worry about it. Here is our 9-inch touchscreen. There's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have Google Maps and you have Google Voice here. There's a lot of great features and functionality. We have the Play Store, Alexa right there. You can see everything that's here. And when we go into vehicle settings, I like this because it's so easy to deal with. You know exactly what you're looking for. You can find it very easily because of the graphics. Everything is pretty simplistic there. Now, you also have general settings right here. Depending on what you need to do, you've got system, display, sound. You can see what all is here just to give you a quick idea. And you see the camera right there. You have a multi-view rear view camera, 3 different views. So we're going to have one view, the second view, and then there is the third view with the nice bright trajectory lines if you need to take advantage of those. And then we're going to have something that I know a lot of you like to have. It's going to be the knob for adjusting the volume on the radio and turning the radio on and off. And you do have the Bose Premium Audio System, and that audio system will have 12 speakers throughout the interior of the Civic. And our connectivity here will include a couple of USB options and a 12-volt power outlet. You will also find your wireless charging pad. Here is your shifter. Go all the way back here to drive, but you also have your drive modes. You can use the drive mode selector right there. So let's go through our different driving modes. You're going to start with normal, and it's not only there on the driver's display, it's also on the center screen. So we have normal, we're going to have econ, and then as you saw earlier, we're also going to have sport. And last but not least, we also have individual, and you can come right here to customize everything for your individual driving modes depending on what you want to do. With your powertrain, with your steering, you have a few different options, engine sound, and then your gauge cluster. In fact, I'm going to change that from normal to sport just so you can see what that looks like. Not a major change where that is concerned, but there it is, just so you can see the differences. And down here, we'll also find our power parking brake and brake hold mode, a couple of cup holders, and the center console. Now, this little tray right here is removable and can be put into the front or rear section, but there is a reasonable amount of space within that area. One more note on the center screen, I wanted to show you the power flow meter. A little bit more detail here as far as what we have compared to what we have on the driver's display. One more thing before we hit the road for the test drive, here's an audio sampling of that Bose premium audio system. And I don't want to make that too long, but try and give you something based on music I've already paid for so I don't get hit with a copyright strike. But I hope that does it justice. In person, it sounds really good. And on the test drive, we find that the Civic is a lot of fun to drive. Very enjoyable in the twists and the turns, going through the curves. It handles great. You forget with the handling that it has just 200 horsepower, but it definitely gets the job done and gets this Civic down the road with no trouble. Now I am in normal mode right now, so let's go to sport mode and see if that makes a little bit of a difference, which it does. We're going to slow down some, but that will give you the best driving experience if that's what you're looking for. And the driver's seat is very comfortable. I feel like I could sit here for several hours and be just fine, no problems whatsoever. Very comfortable seating. Now there are a lot of adjustments built in here between the steering wheel and the driver's seat. And I mentioned earlier that you don't have lumbar support over there on the passenger side, while you can raise and lower the height of the driver's seat. That's very important. You don't have lumbar support here either. A little bit of a surprise, but that's the way it is. Tell me what your thoughts are where that is concerned. Everything here is easy to get to as far as all the different controls go, and easy to learn technology. That's one thing that I can say Honda does very well across the board with all of their vehicles has technology that doesn't have a steep learning curve. It's not something that's going to take you forever to figure out and learn and get to whatever it is you want to see. Overall, the Civic definitely checks off a lot of boxes that I know a lot of you are interested in, but I am curious to know what isn't here that you're looking for. And there it is, the 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid Sport Touring, and the real high points of what you get for a sticker price of $33,490. Now I know a lot of people are going to say that's a really high price. Did you know that the average price as of November 2025 in the United States of America on a new vehicle is $50,000. So you're still well under that with this Civic. Tell me what you think. I'm always curious to know. I'd like to say a special thanks to my friends at Holmes Honda for loaning me this Civic for the day so I could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to me. Please be sure to subscribe and share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.